Good morning. Welcome. Let me start here as well. So good to have you here with me again. Can I hear myself? Can I hear myself? Oh, yes, perfect. Everything is working wonderfully well. So, I am really delighted to share with you some great things today. So, as I am waiting for everybody to join me, I am drinking from my favorite cup, Awesome People Club. So if you're joining this morning, you definitely are part of this club, Awesome People Club. So lovely. Thank you, Carly, for joining us this morning. Hello. Who else do we have joining this beautiful sunny morning? Good morning, Renata. Good morning. I have such amazingly important things to tell you today, so I am grateful for you being here. So this morning, I'm going to share with you something that I have been told last night to share with you. I often ask, what is the most important thing I need to do today to have a beautiful, effective day? How do I need to be? What do I need to say? Who do I need to say it to? So I ask those questions generally every single morning. But before I do my live, I typically tune in to the message the day before and I write it down in my notebook. So when I sleep, I get extra downloads and ideas. So when I wake up, I am, you could say, prepared. So this morning, I want to talk to you about creating a routine which is going to create a new world, and it's going to create the new world, not just your new world, but everybody's new world, okay? And but first, I would love to find out how you all guys feel. How are you feeling being experiencing retreats in your own home, right? We spend sometimes so much money to going on retreats. We don't actually see very many people. We decide to be quiet somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes, you know, I've been to places where I've paid a lot of money to have a retreat, and now I've got a retreat for free. Isn't it great? So I wanted to find out how you are. How are you experiencing this retreat? What's happening in your world? Is there anything good, beautiful? Are there any blessings? And so let me start with myself before we go into the amazing routine I want to share with you today to keep calm, peaceful, intentional, and create the world you want. So myself, I don't remember ever in my life feeling so spacious and so expansive and so peaceful. You know, I have learned something about myself, and now I know that for sure. I suspected it, and now I know this for sure. I don't really like too much plans being made for too far into the future. So I like some plans, but if there's too many things in my calendar, too many things in my diary, I tend to feel a bit trapped and unspacious. When I have nothing in my calendar, almost nothing at this moment, the level of peace, serenity is immense, because I can go and be truly in the moment more than ever before. So I don't know if you're experiencing the same or it's different, but the fact that all my plans were cancelled and I'm being in the moment, really present, it's creating a very new experience for me, which is truly amazing. But what's actually quite interesting, that even without those plans, particularly, you know, rigid plans that I've had in the past, I am more effective, more focused, more creative than I've been before. So something is going on, at least in my life, that is creating an opportunity to be more focused, more creative, more peaceful, more relaxed, and more therefore helpful to people. Okay, so that is my experience where I am. I also want to it's not bragging, but it's a form of a delight and joy and gratitude that I have finally began to do what I needed to do for a long time. And because I wasn't doing it, I was procrastinating, or at least I didn't have time. That's what I thought. Before, when I knew I was supposed to do it and I didn't do it, there was a lot of irritation in me, okay, and judgment. You should be able to do that. Why are you not doing this? And now this irritation and judgment is gone because I'm doing it. For instance, in the past week, since last time I spoke to you, the podcast that I've mentioned in the last live, it's almost fully created. We have the intro, the outro, the music. I have been interviewed. I've interviewed Woon, who is my co-presenter. I've done the first podcast, and it's now getting ready to be released. I thought about doing this for at least 5 years, and now it's happened in 1 week. When I'm more present, when I'm more in a moment. Do you have any other experiences like that yourself, that you somehow had enough energy, focus, love, and respect for yourself, that you're doing things that you wanted to do for a while? What feedbacks do we have in here? Hi, from South Africa. For lockdown, can't even walk outside, even feeling very trapped, but connecting with myself, my body. It is so amazing. Oh, yes, this is actually, I can't actually imagine, I can imagine it, but I don't want to imagine it. So yes, we have everything the same here, but we can walk outside. I tend not to, but every single day I go for a walk, and I live on a common next to the forest. So there's absolutely no way that I have to walk past anybody. I can sort of avoid them as far as possible. So at least 10, 20 meters from people, if not more. So it's absolutely, totally possible. But for those, like my mom, for instance, she hasn't been out for 3 weeks. She says she's getting used to it. She goes, she sits and she opens the balcony. She stands on the balcony. She exercises in the sunshine. She breathes the fresh air. And also, one way that people are dealing with the lockdown is moving more, dancing, doing breathing exercises, and visualizing being in nature. Yes. What else have we got in here? So guys, I would love to hear how you're getting on with the lockdown, with the being trapped, and what are you doing that is different, that is creating amazing positive effect. Or if you're struggling, I would love to know that too, because I would love to help you. But now I want to remind you something that I've said last time in the Facebook Live last Thursday, that has raised some people's eyebrows, and some people texted me and about that. So, and this is very related to what I'm going to be talking about today. So last week I said that using my ability to tune into things, to people, to angels, to people's bodies, to organs, and to see what, even to dogs, to cats, what they want to say, okay? In the same way, I've decided to connect with coronavirus, COVID-19, and ask it questions. And so I'm also currently a part of the Power of 8 group, where we're going to be sending love and our intention to deal with the COVID-19, so it goes away sooner. And what I have discovered when I was speaking to the coronavirus, and it looked like a man actually, he said to me something that I want to repeat because it's very much related to what we're going to be doing today. He said, please understand that I'm not here to kill you. I'm not here to destroy you. I'm here to teach you how to live a better life and how to create a new world. So I ask him, what is this new world? Okay. And he says, this is the world that you would absolutely love to live in. A new world for you personally. If there's anything that you do that you don't like, things that you struggle with, that you hate, that you find very difficult, and you do not want to have that in your life anymore, he says that change it, create a new world for yourself. And he says that you need to create a world that you love to live in yourself, the world that you want for others, and the world that you want to create for the future generations, everybody on this planet. And he says, stop being selfish and self-obsessed and self-focused. Think globally and think, what can you today start doing differently to make sure that there is a future generation and generation after that. Be very mindful that right now things are breaking down purposefully. And he also said something I didn't like. He said, don't pray for me to go away quickly, because I will go when you wake up more, you know. And he says, yes, you're waking up. So many people are waking up. And he says, I want more people to wake up so they can create a new world. So today, we're going to be creating a new world for you, for the people you love, that you know, and for the whole planet, so to speak. And so, what do I have in here? I'm not planning, but now I'm going to lose job, getting a bit worrying. I would love to have a trust 100% that it is, yeah. So let me link this message to what we're going to do today. So many of us, many people are experiencing the most horrendous, the biggest anxieties and fears and panics that I've ever experienced. So many people that I know have lost their jobs, and both of the jobs in the family, the father and the mother, they've got kids, 2 or 3 kids to feed. So it's not a laughable matter, and truly we are called to step into so much trust and action, not just trust, but action, and do everything that we can do internally to keep the peace, but also externally to create a new reality, to create a new job, create a different circumstances where you have everything that you need. And even right now, it's unclear how it's going to turn out. We're all actually in the same boat, so to speak, to some extent. Most of us, it's a very playing, sort of the same level playing field, that what doesn't matter who you are or what you do, the future seems to be uncertain, okay? So I completely understand that, and I hope, I don't see your name here, but I hope that what we're going to do today, the meditation and what I'm going to talk about, it's going to help you to live through this challenging time with greater ease and greater trust. So what is this new world for you? So when you think about creating the kind of life that you want for yourself when this COVID-19 is gone home, wherever it came from, and when everything comes back to normal, and I truly hope that the normal will be very different normal, what would you love to be different? How would you love your life to look like? Is there anything that you absolutely want to change and get rid of? And is there anything that you absolutely want to improve, change, shift, create, release? How does it look like? Because you see, in this specific routine that I'm going to be sharing with you today, we're going to spend 3 times a day. We're going to take time 3 times a day to focus on our heart, intention, and send love, and visualize the kind of world for yourself that you want to create. And what's actually quite interesting, I've been talking about this so much in the past few years. I've created the 14-day challenge, Get Ready for Miracles. And now it's completely relevant, but I'm going to sort of slightly organize it in a different way so it's more available for you. And then you can do it quickly 3 times a day. And hopefully you can keep that routine, because I hope that it will become a routine for you, that you can keep that routine in the future when everything changes and becomes more stable, and we can get out of our house and go back to a sort of a normal world. Okay. And so this routine is going to be divided into 3 parts: the morning when you wake up, somehow the middle of the day, afternoon, around lunchtime, and then before you go to sleep. I've been told that if you do that 3 times, the power of it will expand, and it will become stronger and stronger and stronger. And in about 21 days or 30 days, you will feel and notice how things are falling into place very differently. And so we're going to be starting with a very clear picture of how would you love your life to look like in about May time, because apparently we're being told that this whole thing may continue till May. So if that's the case, it's the whole April and whole May. If that was true, that we're going to be paused for another 2 months, how would you love your life to look like? What would you have loved to see happening? How would you like to feel throughout this whole time? What would you like to see achieving? And the achieving doesn't have to be necessarily external, but it could be internal. So I'm very clear about what I want to create in my own life. But I would love you to take a piece of paper and pen and jot some things down as I'm speaking right now. Jot a few things down as I'm speaking to you, so you can then put it into practice as we go along. So think about what would you love to create that would potentially maybe create a new opportunity to make money, either now or in the future. So obviously financial security, it's a question, it's a consideration for most of us, not all of us, but most of us. So if you could maybe make jot some ideas, what would you love to see happening in this department of your life? The second thing I would like you to do is I would love you to write, would you like to feel? And this is the emotional destination, which I also talk about, that we plan things for the day, we plan things for the month, for the year, but often we forget to actually add how we want to feel. Now, remember, I spoke to a client of mine some time ago, and she did phenomenally well. She had the most successful year. She created things that she's never managed to create in the past 10 years. And to other people, she was perceived as a success. She felt exhausted. She felt insecure. She felt anxious. She was suffering from anxiety attacks. She felt so exhausted that she couldn't even enjoy the success. And she said it was one of the worst years of her life, because the anxiety rose, and she felt actually, yes, to other people I may look successful, but to myself, I feel I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. And I said to her, when you make your goals, when you set your intentions for the day, for your team, for the business, for all of those things you've achieved 10 times over, do you set intention for how you want to feel? And she said to me, this has never occurred to me. This has never occurred to me that I could actually do that, and that I need to do that. And then when she just changed it a little bit, and she put her emotional destination at the top of the list, how she wants to feel, and a year later, not only she managed to succeed again with all the practical things she wanted, but she felt peaceful, she felt relaxed. So in the same way in here, on the list of what you want to create for yourself in April and in May, can you please also put how do you want to feel by the end of it, and how do you want to feel throughout? What emotions do you want to be experiencing? And of course, we cannot pre-plan emotions because they come and go. We cannot sort of control them and push them and reject them. But we can actually put on the list that we will feel more peaceful and more relaxed than ever before, that the body feels more relaxed, that the heart feels more open. There are waves of joy and serenity throughout those next 2 weeks, next 2 months, next 2 years. And so I think that it is extremely important for us to set the destination of not only what we want to achieve, what we want to let go of, what we want to create, what we want to organize, but also how we want to feel all the way through and by the end of it. Welcome, Dr. Nerina Ramlakan, the most amazing angel. And I have done the first podcast with her. She's a sleep expert who is also an incredible inspiration for me. And she's going to be talking about on this podcast about how to find greater safety and peace throughout all this challenging time, and how she found peace and greater serenity in her life. And so you will hear about the podcast very soon. Within the next few days, it will be released, and you will, and I really hope you're going to share it with other people. Okay, so once you have the list of the things that you would like to bring into reality for yourself, I would like you to make another list that you would love to see happening in the world. And if it's true that we are actually currently creating the new world, and we're all responsible and we all need to chip in, there's one aspect that we will chip in through being very present and mindful of what we're creating for ourselves and the kind of energy we hold, high vibrational, loving, grateful, intentional. But also, I propose that we need to think about what kind of world do we want to create for ourselves, for others, and future generations. So I would like you to make a list of how would you like the world to look like a year from now, 10 years from now, and go into all the elements. So if you say, well, I don't want there to be a plastic, maybe come up with some idea of what there be instead. I don't want there to be so much greed and focus on more money. You can write, well, I would love there to be abundance and money for everybody, and for there to not to be poor people on this planet anymore, and for everybody to have a home or a roof over their head, and children to have a beautiful school so everybody can be educated. So write down everything that you think needs to happen on this planet to create the better world, new world, the world that you would absolutely love to live in. And yeah, someone is saying Dr. Nerina has got an amazing energy, whoever that is. Yes, absolutely. Dr. Nerina Ramlakan is it's a high vibrational being who is a leader in this world and creating a better world for everybody, helping people to feel safe, helping people to sleep deeply, helping people to soothe the nervous system. And she's writing her fourth book at the moment. Okay, so coming back to our creation of the new future of the better world. So once you've created the list for yourself and the list for the world, and then I would love you to put it into a future script. And so for now, let's actually create the future script for the next 2 months for yourself, and for the world, maybe think about the next year or so. So the future script will be like this. I'm so grateful that now is the end of April and the end of May 2020, and I feel better than ever before. I feel peaceful, calm, relaxed. My nervous system is very soothed and my heart is open. I feel waves of joy throughout the day. I feel very purposeful and intentional. I have created the following things. So for myself, I will say that the podcast has reached maybe 1,000 people, that I have moved on with my new app that I'm also creating, No More Fear, that everything was created, I've decided was going to be in it, that I've recorded it very successfully, that I have finished my other program that I've started for the new year course that some of you have been to, and so on and so forth, that it's all been done successful, and whatever else I want to put into it, I do. Okay, so you do that for yourself. And then the other side of the future script is so great. We are so grateful. I'm so grateful that a new world is emerging. There is so much more love on this planet. people pay attention to this, that we don't have any plastic in the supermarkets, that we have found a better way to deal with immunity and this and that. So whatever you want to actually write, you can write it as a future script. So one thing you create for yourself, and the other one you're creating for the planet. So once you have those two things, okay, I would love you to then 3 times a day go through a meditation that I am going to be doing with you right now, and I'm going to separately record it so you can listen to it. I will download it to SoundCloud, and you can listen to it 3 times a day, and you can use it to raise your energy vibration, to create miracles, peace, serenity for yourself and for others. Okay, so essentially I would love to invite you to start creating the best possible world for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your neighbors, for the people you know, for people you don't know, and for the whole planet and for the future generation. So I completely believe that we need to go beyond ourselves in this situation, that we need to really pay attention to the bigger plan behind all of that. And instead of shrinking, fearing, resisting, nagging, and worrying and getting deeper into anxiety, we need to go to the other side and occupy this space where creativity, intuition, flow becomes natural. So in that space, it will be easier to take action that is required and prepare ourselves for when everything gets better, and be ready and have what you're here to do, to offer, and not shy away, not hide, not play small, step up to the table and give what you're here to give with confidence. Okay, so right, so let's go into the next step, which is the meditation. But what I would love you to do is remember that you can do it differently. I mean, I'm suggesting to do it like that, but because you are your own person, you are the master of your own destiny, you can do it completely differently. You can rearrange it, but I'm just suggesting that you do it 3 times a day and do everything in your power to go into a place of peace, serenity, gratitude, love, and creating the new reality for yourself. So visualize it, feel it, breathe it, intend it. We're also going to use blessing. Yesterday, by the way, when I was writing all of that, I got a message that I need to write a book just specifically focused on blessing. It will be something like the art of blessing everything. And so I'm going to let you know what happens about it, because I got very, very excited about it. So as you know, I love doing the blessing, and I'm going to put the blessing into the meditation. What else have we got in here? Love this technique, and going to share this with my team at work. Yes, that's exciting. That's fantastic. And who are you? Who is saying this? Hello, darling. Just caught my phone on a run, and this accidentally came up. I just left your voice message. This is the universe. You are my miracle. Lovely. I think, is it Natalie? So, okay, so who is ready to do the meditation? Make sure that you are sitting comfortably. Let's have a slap of water. Awesome people clap. Water. And I would love you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. And actually, if you were experiencing fear right now, today, any waves of anxiety, there's something I would love you to do, is to count backwards from 8 to 1. I'm going to do this with you. But if you ever feel a bit worried or afraid, or even feeling like you're about to have a panic attack, you can actually just count from 8 to 0 to 1. And just by counting backwards, it gives you time to choose again and choose the state you want to be in. So as you're breathing in, I would love you to slowly count in your mind 8, 7, 6, allowing yourself to relax and let go of any tension in your jaw and your shoulders. 5, going back. 4, 3, allowing yourself to drop into deeper relaxation. With every number you say, you go into deeper peace. 2, 3, 2, and the last number 1. And now, please focus on your heart. As you're breathing through your heart, allow your heart to soften. Allow your heart to become open. And allow yourself for those next few minutes to feel soft and gentle. And as you breathe through your heart, think about something or someone that you feel grateful to. I want you to allow yourself to feel the gratitude in every single cell in your body. If it's a person, you can thank them. If it's a thing, you can thank it too. Thank you for being part of my life. Thank you for making my life more delightful, more joyful. And if it's for you, if it's the gratitude for you, in fact, I would love you to think about gratitude for yourself. What are you grateful for yourself, to yourself for? What are you grateful to yourself for right now? And say your name and say to yourself, Annie, Gosha, Kate, John, thank you so much for doing this or being like that. I love you. I love you so much. And just think of a gratitude that it's arising from this whole situation that we're all in. Think of a blessing of all those challenging times. Is there anything that you're grateful for that wouldn't have happened if the coronavirus hasn't been here? Is there anything in your life that you feel grateful for right now, that it's only here because of this challenging time that we're experiencing? Maybe you have more time. Maybe you were able to connect with your family more. Maybe you were able to connect with yourself more. So feel grateful for that too. And send a wave of appreciation and gratitude to coronavirus. And as you breathe through your heart, I would love you to now, very softly and very, very gently, see this beautiful light coming out of your heart in all directions. It's beautiful gold. Sometimes you may see some pinky, radiant colors in it. And as this light is spreading out of your heart, it's going in all directions. And it's taking with it energy of love, peace, joy, healing into every single aspect of your life. It's spreading through your life, through your body, through your mind, through your work, through your creative ideas, to make space for the new. This light, it's purifying things that are no longer needed. And it's making space for miracles, for things that want to enter your life, for blessings that are already standing by the door. And the only thing that needs to be done now is to open the door to the new and saying, yes, I welcome you, and I trust that everything is unfolding in the best possible way for me and everyone else, even though it doesn't look like it. So you can just open actually your door to the new and see the light pouring into the new. And the light is pouring in all directions and expanding out of your house. And it spreads through the country you live in, blessing people and bringing peace, love, serenity, and new reality, which is better than ever before. And the energy is floating all the way to the edge of this planet, and it goes beyond the planet and it holds the planet in loving arms. And now, as the energy is expanding, the energy of love and light, purifying and cleansing and removing everything you no longer need, and no longer that we don't longer need as people. As this is happening, I would love you to focus on your heart again. And first, think about what you want to create in your life in the next month or so. By the end of May, what would you love to feel? How would you love to see yourself? What would you love to take place in your life that it's not present yet? So visualize all those things already there. Notice how you feel. Notice how everything around you is falling into place in a better way than you've ever expected. And now, from that bottom of your heart and with the light present, I want you to bless yourself and bless your life and say, from the bottom of my heart, I bless myself with the most amazing divine order. May everything that is of the highest order take place in my life. I bless my work, my finances. I bless my health. I bless every single organ in my body with perfect strength and vitality. I bless myself with confidence, with clarity to know what I need to do next to create my new world. I bless myself with joy and moments of delight and serenity. I bless every single part of me with love, success, and divine order. And may the best thing happen in every part of my life. And see the light pouring into you every single day, every single month. And see yourself at the end of May feeling transformed, happy, healthy, and anything else that you want to put in there. Maybe there will be other things that you haven't even planned for or intended, but what else is there that it's making your life amazing, delightful, beautiful? Feel grateful already now that even in the next few months, this life of yours has transmuted into something amazing. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And now focus on the people you know and the people you love. Focus on your family. See them happy. See them well. See them confident. See them joyous and getting on with their life and creating their new world. See your friends, see your neighbors and your clients or people you work with at work, and see them all really, really well. So scan through the people you know and see them in the highest possible health, expansion, confidence, and joy. And then say quietly in your mind, I bless my family with perfect health, long life, confidence, joy, clarity to make the right decisions for the next few weeks. I bless them with knowing that they are safe, they are loved, they are taken care of. I bless my parents, my children, my brothers, sisters, and bless my friends with incredible lives. May they transform into the new world with confidence and see them also happy and joyous when we can all hug and touch, see the celebrations, parties going on, people crying with gratitude for the new world that I've created, but feeling grateful that they can hug, touch. So now take another deep breath in. And I want you to think about your country where you live, whether you are English or Polish or Italian or Spanish or whatever country you are from. I want you to send love to the country you live in. And I bless this country with love, with perfect decisions. I bless the leaders of this country with utmost and the best possible choices, which are good for us, good for them, and good for the whole world. I bless our economy with strength and power to grow and come back stronger than ever before. I bless the people who are coming up with new solutions in this country, to be seen, to get voice, to be heard. So this country is going to get stronger and better than ever before. And I want you to send love to all the leaders, to all the people, to every single city on this in this country, and see that the energy of love, confidence, serenity, joy, peace, perfect health is growing. So right now we're boosting immunity of the country where you live right now. We're boosting confidence. And say, I bless this country with divine order. May the best thing happen for everyone who lives here. And I would love you to see this country and this world in the next few years, maybe 2, 3, 5 years from now. See it different. See that this situation that we are in right now has transmuted, transformed, and shifted this whole planet. And things have been different. It changed the way we use our cars and the way that we use the energy, the electricity, the sources of electricity, the way we speak and we treat each other, the way the climate has changed, that we have made fantastic, perfect decisions. See what happened with plastic, what it's been exchanged for, and what part did you play in it? See the planet being clean, the food being free from any preservatives and terrible chemicals. See the kids being joyous and healthy, and the future generations making amazing decisions. And so now, as you breathe from your heart and the light is pouring out of your heart, say, I bless this world with wisdom, with love, with support, with unity. I bless all the leaders with outstanding decisions that shift this planet to a paradise, to a place where it's easy, beautiful, and wonderful to live. I bless everybody on this planet with love, with peace, perfect health, connection with their soul, so they make best decisions and they shine brightly, and they do what they came here to do. And so as you send love to the whole planet, to everyone in this world, see this film of love and light spreading beyond just these few months into the next year, the year after, and maybe the next 100 years. See this whole planet glowing happily and being grateful to us that we have sorted it out, that there is peace, serenity, new solutions, and the future generations are grateful that we've sorted it out. So take a deep breath in, breathe out, relax even more, feeling grateful that you are now taking part of creating your new world and the new world for this planet. Come back to your heart, take a deep breath in, breathe out, come back to your body, and slowly and gently open your heart. So welcome back. I hope you've enjoyed it. It doesn't have to be very long. It can be very quick, can be very long. It's up to you. The essence of it is that you start with gratitude, that you start with intention, and you send blessings and love for yourself, for the people around you, and for the country you live in, and for the whole world. And you see it the way you want to see it. And I think that we underestimate how powerful we are, guys, how powerful we are and what we can do for ourselves and for this planet. We are more powerful than we can ever imagine. And we're not powerless, we are powerful. And I encourage you, I invite you to create the new world every day and give it maybe 3 times a day. So morning, afternoon, and evening. In the evening, I would also encourage you, before you go into meditation, is to write your gratitude list of what happened on that day that made your life delightful, gorgeous, and even if it wasn't easy, because maybe it has been difficult, to write a list of gratitude of what you have learned from it and what good came out of it, how you can use it in the future, even if it was challenging. So use everything to put through your muscle of gratitude. Then it will transform, transcend, and as your vibration becomes higher and you feel more peaceful and more clear of what you need to do for yourself, but you'll be clear of what you need to do for the world, you'll be a leading force in this planet. So what have we going here? We've got Lydia. Oh, how wonderful to see you here. Okay. And then we've got Renata, amazing blessing. Wow, thank you, Gosha. Yes, please write book, The Art of Blessing, everything. Because I think we're now in a situation we actually need to bless everything. Okay. And so what I would love you to do is I would love to share your information with me of how you're getting on with the meditation. So I'm going to record it separately, download it to SoundCloud, as I've said, and so you don't have to scroll it and look for it in the Facebook. And I would love you to share this live anyway with other people, and keep on letting me know how you're getting on 3 times a day, creating your new world and the general world on this planet. So what have we got in here? Thank you. You have inspired me to get more creative with my engagement program at work. You are a source of inspiration. I'm so grateful and blessed to have you as my friend. Wonderful. That's what I'm here for. So I want to hear from you, and I can't wait to hear from the people who have been doing this at the end by Wednesday. And let me know how that has changed, uplifted, shifted your life. What was the effect of it? And I'm looking forward to sharing with you my podcast as well, which is going to come out very soon. Because, when you have a new podcast, you need to wait a few days for it to be accepted by iTunes. So as soon as it's out, everybody will know about it. Yes, we need to bless everything, even our challenges. The bigger the challenges, the bigger the change. I absolutely think so. That's why I believe that what's happening right now, it's going to be a source of profound blessings, profound blessings, goodness, and the new world is being born as we are actually observing it. So it is important to pay more attention to what is happening in terms of the shifts and the improvements and the unfoldment of the new, rather than all the bad things which are happening, the deaths and so on. Because, often when the new is being born, we have to let go of certain things. And unfortunately, we sometimes have to even let go of life. But I do hope that whoever has chosen or been chosen to go into the other side, to the better world, is going to be helping this planet from the other side to emerge to be a better world for everybody. It's time to wake up and decide what we want to see in the world. Thank you so much, Gosha. Yes, it is. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the shift, the bigger the challenge, the bigger the change. Absolutely. Thank you for writing this. I totally agree with this. So I would love you to seriously take every single day, 3 times a day, to create this new world. So instead of going and switching telly on or a phone on or anything on, start the meditation in the morning, create the world. Thank you, Gosha. The message is inspiring. I have gone from very low. Okay, good morning. Yes, fantastic. Okay. Yes, you're truly inspiring. We can all make a difference. We are all, if you're listening to this live, I believe that you are a leader in creating a better world for yourself and everybody else. So please take this this opportunity to make the best possible reality for everybody, and hold that in your heart wherever you go. Bless the people who are struggling, see them coming out on the other side, joyous and peaceful and calm and confident. Okay, lovely. So have a lovely day, and I'm going to be in touch with you, share the podcast and share this meditation separately. Have a great day, have a great life, and enjoy creating the new world. Lots of love.